Okay, welcome everybody, and on a wonderfully brisk afternoon in downtown Albuquerque. And so we're here today, you know, as is part of the job and just being involved in all things city. We have, you know, some big things, some small things, some fun things, some serious things. This is something that for the folks downtown actually is a really meaningful thing. And so that's why we wanted to make sure and invite all of you, share this, and also talk a little bit about how we got here. So while downtown parking might not seem like the most glamorous concept, we think we might finally have it right downtown. So what we're here to do is talk about some of the improvements we're making in terms of downtown with respect to traffic, parking, and walkability and bikeability. And so I want to thank all the local businesses who've taken some time out to, one, have businesses down here, two, to shop and work down here downtown, and also we want to let folks know that between our downtown public safety district, some of the improvements we're doing up and down Route 66, downtown is experiencing a little bit of a rise. We know we got a long ways to go, but folks will tell you that in the last year or so, things are looking up a little bit. And that's a good thing, because we know that in any major city in America, it's just a reality that regions rise and fall with the downtown of their largest city. And so that happens to be right here at Central Downtown in Albuquerque. What happens here actually does affect the rest of the state of New Mexico. So downtown is beginning to move on its way up. We are increasing cleanup activities on the weekends. We've got our downtown public safety district, and we believe with the help of our city councilor and some of our businesses, we have reached, I think, an equilibrium with respect to how we're going to do people, cars, and bikes. So what we now have mostly finished is which stop signs or which intersections should be stop signs to increase walkability and slow down traffic, and also which intersections should remain lights such that we have enough safety for crosswalks, and also to make sure traffic can still kind of work, and also share lanes. So these are sharrows. You can see one right there. This is a shared situation between bike, car, and parking. If we actually slow down certain corridors downtown, there's actually room for all of us. I think that's the biggest learning that I took away from a lot of the studies that our counselor did. He's going to talk more about that. But we've got 19 new parking spots downtown. That's very important, especially for the businesses that do lunch and coffee. We also have four-way stops, as I mentioned, that allow for bicycle and pedestrian safety. And we have some new striping in our downtown lanes that hopefully will enable folks to actually work together on the street. I want to thank the owner of Lindy's Diner, Steve, who's here, and I can never get his name exactly right. Vastinel? Go! I tried to New Mexico that and it didn't even work. I should have gone with the Greek pronunciation. Yeah. So he's here to speak with you if you'd like. He's been here for nearly 30 years and, believe it or not, has an excellent perspective on things like bikes and parking downtown, and of course is famous for his 500 free Thanksgiving meals, which he did just a few days ago. Now, I also want to thank Baca Boys Cafe. Are we here? Bacas didn't make it. They're probably still right over there. They were also heavily involved in helping us sort this out between, again, bike, car, and pedestrian. So we also want to remind folks that you get 2 free hours of parking for the holidays down here. Just a reminder, we're happy to offer 2 free hours. It is not 24-hour parking or overnight parking. So just note that we do have folks tracking how long you're in those lots. So now, to tell you about the philosophy behind this, in Albuquerque, we are very lucky to have a city councilor who is also an architect. And so he brings an academic perspective, a practical perspective, and I think most importantly, a best practices perspective. And we experiment a lot to try to get it right downtown, and we think, at least in this particular area, we finally have put to rest a lot of the experimentation, and we're ready just to have a good town and work and live downtown going forward. Councilor Eichpet.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Mayor, and thanks, Steve, for hosting us here in your corner. Yeah. Yeah, it's been estimated that the value of on-street parking space in an urban business district is $35,000 to $40,000 minimum, just the real estate value and the practical value of an on-street parking space. So when quite a few of them were eliminated, I think with good intentions a few years ago, as part of the 50-mile bike loop, we did hear from Steve and Baca Boys and others down here immediately It wasn't really part of the downtown walkability plan, so it was somewhat in conflict with an existing adopted plan. Two well-intentioned ideas conflicting with one another. But I think clearly the loss of parking spaces was not helping downtown, and it's great to have them back. We really appreciate the open-mindedness of the Keller administration to really take a hard look at this again and to support downtown walkability. So with regard to my cyclist friends, because I'm a cyclist and I'm an advocate for bicycling, I know that the message of taking out a bike lane might seem, hard to listen to, but I'm a believer that downtown should be a safe district, as the mayor said, for everybody, all users. Typically, downtown streets are not fast-moving streets. They're busy. There's a lot of traffic, but they're safe places to ride a bike. And I think we need to encourage that, encourage walking downtown, and we're going to have better business downtown for everyone. So thanks, and I'll be happy to answer any questions later.
Thanks. All right, and share a few more details, and then we'll wrap it up, is our Director of DMD, the man who sorted this all out, Pat Montoya.
Thank you, Mayor. So I get to do all of the thank yous this afternoon, and I'm going to start with Councilor Benton. You're instrumental in making a lot of this happen. We appreciate the input from you and your staff. We're very pleased with the outcome of 4th and 5th Street, and yes, there is more to come. And I especially want to thank Mayor Keller for your support of DMD, your initiative and your vision for the city of Albuquerque. This was one of those that a project from the very beginning that you wanted us to accomplish. We did, and we have a finished product that shows 10 spaces here and an additional 9 over at Baca Boy, so we're pleased about that. A few thank yous, shout outs to Sandbar for doing the striping and actually eradicating the markings that were there. We thank them. I want to thank Jason Downing, who is our division manager, overseeing parking and security. Jeremy Kaiser as well. Tim Brown, who is our traffic engineer that was helpful in getting all of this put together. And Paula Dodge Kwan, who made this happen. And then ultimately, the last one to thank, we never get to do that, Johnny, is Johnny Chandler for helping us put this event together. So for all of the DMD staff, Mayor and Councilor Benton, again, thank you for your efforts and your contributions, and more to come. That's all I need to say.
Awesome. Thank you, Pat. To wrap things up, the owner and operator of Lindy's, Steve, pronounce your own last name.
Patosio.
Patosio.
Well, I'd like to thank Mayor Keller.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. When they took our parking away, it was really a big concern to us because parking is such a premium downtown, so we notified the mayor's office and they were on it. Well, not exactly on it. It took about a year, but it's all right, It got done, and it means a lot to us.
363 days.
Yeah. Who's counting?
One day less than a
though.
year.
And it means a lot to us to have our parking back and our customers, and it's just great. And downtown's heading in the right direction, and this guy's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.